Hey, what's up guys? Yokobom here and welcome to the first episode of the Head Coach '09 John Gruden Tampa Bay Buccaneers franchise. So we are going to be getting into this new series on my channel today. I'm pretty excited to do this channel. I've had this idea for a little while, pretty much ever since John Gruden was announced as the next Raiders head coach. So in this game, we're going to be starting as the preseason, I should say. So every rookie drafted in 2008 will be with their normal team that they played with in real life. And basically my plan for this franchise is to show you the daily coaching tasks that a real head coach, or that the tasks that this game allows you to do, that a real head coach would do leading into a game. My plan for breaking this into episodes is to do an episode of the weekly game tasks that I have to do leading up to a game. So we're going to be doing that most likely through every week of the season. So there's going to be an episode for the coaching tasks and then an episode for the game. I don't know if I'm going to do the game in highlight format or do the actual coaching in the game, or showing my actual coaching, like the plays I select and such. So if anybody has any input on that, that would be very welcome in the comments. As you can see here, we are getting into it, looking at the goals that our owner has for us for this season. That would be to increase two guys play knowledge and to create, three guys play knowledges, and to create 10 plays before the preseason is over. So this screen here is basically just health and fatigue, showing the injury status of pretty much everyone on the team. And here we have undrafted free agent that we are deciding to bring in the camp, or that I should say our GM decided to bring in the camp. So the daily tasks of this are pretty much just going to be planning practices, checking up on the health status of all of our guys, making roster moves if we need to, whether that be signing guys, making depth chart moves based on game performances, or maybe moving guys to injured reserves or physically unable to perform list if they are injured. Looking at the practice recap there, a lot of players on our team mastered that play after the practice, which is good. Here looking at health and fatigue here. Again, nothing too out of the ordinary. Didn't really go that in depth in checking it. And here, as you can see, we're going to be signing our first rookie deal here. Aqib Talib, of course, who is a star cornerback now. He was just a rookie in this game, so we're going to be looking to sign him to his rookie deal right here. I didn't really want to give him the last offer that we could. I tried to get him down a little more. I'm going to go here and settle with I believe the 11.8 and 3.5 signing bonus. And then he's going to get incentives for starting all 16 games and getting 5 interceptions for the season. So he might get the 16 game one, but 5 interceptions as a rookie would be pretty difficult. So yeah, we're going to help him learn the playbook in his first practice right here. So we went ahead and selected to help him learn plays. You can see he has most of the playbook unlearned, but of course we are going to try to fix that. And I'm also turning the sim speed up to fast so we can kind of move things along until we get to training camp, or the first preseason game. Next up for rookie deals is Dexter Jackson. He's a receiver. Looks pretty similar to Deshaun Jackson, who was also drafted in this draft, although that just may be my opinion. So we're looking here. Obviously, we don't want to offer him the biggest package that we can. We're going to go ahead and offer him 3.1 over 4 years with, I believe, a $500K signing bonus it was. Here, looking at trade negotiation, no thank you. And we're actually going to go ahead and look at here at the roster. As it is 2008, so the rosters are way different than they are in real life. So looking here, Jeff Garcia He's in at quarterback for us. Brian Greasy, Chris Sims, Bruce Gradkowski, Luke McCown, Josh Johnson, and Sam Keller. All our guys that we have on the roster as quarterbacks. We have about 7 guys in the roster. Obviously, we will not be carrying all of those guys. We will not be carrying most of those guys, in fact, on the 53-man roster. Looking at running backs now, Warwick Dunn is the first guy. Of course, long-time Falcon, 33 in this game, so a veteran. Ernest Graham is the next guy, another veteran in this game. Carnell or Cadillac Williams, the third-string guy. Michael Bennett, Corey Boyd is the other guy. Carl Stewart, BJ Askew, and Lorenzo Neal. Veteran Lorenzo Neal, longtime Charger. Those are the fullbacks that we have in the preseason. Again, not everybody is going to make this 53-man roster. Joey Galloway here, of course, veteran in this game. However, he's an analyst in real life. Just continuing to look at the roster here. It's pretty interesting to see a lot of these guys because, even the fringe players in this game, a lot of them are long gone. As you know, we are, of course, 10 years past the actual season of this game, as of course Madden and head coach are 1 year ahead in the naming of their games than the actual season. So this is 10 years. Looking here, Gaines Adams is, of course, a defensive lineman with high potential in this game. Unfortunately, he did pass away in real life a few years ago of cardiac arrest, I believe. So we're going to still have him on our team. For now, at least, we'll see if anything develops further in this franchise. They, of course, have Derek Brooks and Rondé Barber. Derek Brooks, a now Hall of Famer, and Rondé Barber, a very good cornerback in his career. The only good one on our roster, actually, for now at least. Looking here, 2 good safeties, almost 90 overall, so that's a plus. Jermaine Phillips, another guy over 80. So our safeties are good. So our secondary overall, I guess, is okay, even with having a lot of cornerbacks that I would not really consider NFL material. Here, just looking at our draft picks, nothing out of the ordinary. We just have our normal 7 picks. None are gone, and we don't have any from other teams. So looking at the game plan here for the next practice, we're going to go ahead and increase the playbook knowledge of Dexter Jackson, who we, of course, just signed. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Looking at a few plays that he's mastered there again. Looking at our health and fatigue real quick.
Hey, Coach,
next practice, we're going to increase Aqib Talib's play knowledge once again. So just looking here once again, a few other plays that he had that were unlearned that we helped upgrade. Looking at the fatigue here, a couple guys are low fatigue. Jeff Garcia is actually questionable, 67% health, so that's an interesting development to follow as our starting quarterback is a little banged up in the beginning of training camp, although he is old, so having him take a lot of reps in practice may not be the best strategy. And here just flipping through a bunch of the different options to show you guys what kind of options there are to use for practices. Take a quick look here at the important dates. You have preseason starting soon, August 7th, which would be yesterday in real life, as I believe today is the 8th, and you should be seeing this on that same day, so that should not be a problem. Looking through here again, everything's pretty much the same, I should say. Jeff Garcia is still questionable. His health is not at the greatest right now. Just here looking at the progress report, Dexter Jackson has a high potential. Aqib Talib, his potential is nowhere near where he's in real life. Now here we have the first round of cuts. We have to cut 3 guys. Casey here, he's the undrafted rookie free agent that we signed. I originally thought here that I was going to cut him, but since we do have so many quarterbacks on the roster, 7, I'm going to decide to take Casey off the cut list, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut Gradkowski. He does have a little bit of a cap penalty that we're going to have to incur while cutting him, but we're going to have to cut some of these QBs, and it might as well, the first one really might as well be him because he has one of the lower penalties that will count against our cap, even though we're not really against the cap necessarily here. We're just going to go decide and cut him anyway because we do not have room on the roster for him. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut 3 of these guys. I didn't really even pay attention to who the other guys were, but they were very low overall, and overall as a team we have pretty much decent depth, at least in a lot of positions, especially on defense. So that did not really matter that much. Looking at the health and fatigue once again, a couple guys on our team are getting decently fatigued now. Jeff Garcia still listed as questionable. Gonna be a little interesting development to see if he can get healthy or not. Sean Alexander there popped up as a free agent. That's pretty funny right there. As of course his career died out pretty quickly after his stellar career in Seattle. Here we're getting a bunch of free agent guys who are looking for deals, but we're not really looking to sign anybody here since our team is pretty much filled out, and obviously don't really want to get any guys to interfere with this first season, as we'll see how it plays out. In comparison to real life, Kevin Jones there, not interested. Speaking of real life, the Buccaneers went 9-3 in this season in the first few games, but then proceeded to lose 4 games in a row, and that resulted in them missing the playoffs and them firing John Gruden. But that was I believe that was kind of a mix of his coaching performance and disagreements with the front office. So that's not entirely based off his coaching performance and then missing the playoffs, I believe, because of course he in real life was inducted to the Ring of Honor and brought the only Super Bowl to the franchise in 2002 when he beat his former team in the Raiders. So you're so close to the first day of preseason, 1 day away here from game day in Miami, and now it is actually game day. So that is going to do it for this episode, guys. The first preseason game is going to be in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.